So good afternoon. We are back again with the first of 3 uploads today, again on the channel. Relentless now, all the way to the end of the season on this channel. Loads of content to come throughout the season, of course. I'm putting my schedule together today for the season. Watch-alongs are back. They're back. Watch-alongs are coming back. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All will be revealed. Make sure, if you haven't already, you subscribe to the More League Gunner channel. Vlog will be dropping at 8 o'clock tonight. You can be nosy and see what I get up to all day. The last 2 days, I haven't really done a great deal apart from try and learn how to Photoshop properly and learn how to edit properly. But yeah, go check that out. Tomorrow and Saturday, I'll be out and about anyway, going into Marbella on Saturday for a bit of lunch. So that should be good. And then tomorrow night, I'm out. Well, not out, but I'm out. So yeah, go and subscribe to that channel immediately. And make sure you stick a thumbs up on this video as well. But we're going to talk about Maitland Niles this time. Yesterday, the last video I did was talk of Maitland Niles swap plus cash for James Maddison. Now, a lot of you, I see the comments, and I thought this as well. It's like they have got a lot of players in Maitland Niles' central midfield position. And obviously, they've got a lot of fullbacks as well. So a little bit weird that he was linked, but at the same time, I wouldn't rule it out completely. Listen, Brendan Rodgers does like to improve players. Maitland Niles is relatively cheap in terms of the fact that he's English. He's still really young, and he's still got room to improve and grow. So Brendan Rodgers might be looking at that and thinking, oh, hang on a minute, I could maybe get him in, improve him, and we could sell him on for a bit of a profit. But today, it has emerged that not only Leicester, but Southampton and Burnley are interested in him as well. And this got me thinking as well, because last summer, we'll all remember, he was linked to Wolverhampton Wanderers for 20 million quid. We rejected it. He ended up sitting on the bench most of the season. And then January, we loaned him to West Brom, where he actually done all right, to be fair, in midfield. They obviously got relegated, but his performances weren't too bad. I wouldn't say that he absolutely smashed it, but he put in some good performances over the loan period. He's obviously come back to Arsenal, and he ain't part of Mikel Arteta's plans. I think that's quite clear. The fact that he sat him on the bench after we rejected 20 million for him kind of sums up where Maitland Niles is with Arteta and vice versa. So I do think that he will be leaving the club. It's now where he goes and what's best for him. In terms of location, Burnley is a dump. Their football is horrible. And I would not advise him to be going to Burnley anytime soon. Sorry, Burnley fans. If I was him, Leicester or Southampton would be the best 2 options. And look, Southampton's not a million miles away from London, straight down a couple of little motorways. So yeah, maybe Southampton. I think he would potentially get into their team on more regular than if he went to Leicester. But at the same time, Leicester do have European football and Southampton don't. So he's got a dilemma. He's got a big issue, and he's got to work out what's best for him going forward, because it ain't Arsenal. Yeah, and we've got to work out how much he's worth. Me personally, after rejecting £20 million, I'd say that suggests we either rate him higher than that, or at the time we thought he was going to be an integral part of the squad, and then we quickly changed our minds on it. So I don't know. If I was to put a value on Maitland Niles, I'd say probably around the 15 to 18 million quid. I don't think he's 20 or above. I don't think he's that great in midfield. I said this yesterday. He hasn't got the passing or the vision. He hasn't got the awareness off the ball in midfield. But I do like him, and I do think he'd be a good right back. Obviously, he doesn't want to be a right back, which is where this problem started in the first place. Because if he did, then he'd probably be our first choice right back, because he is better than Callum Chambers there. He's definitely better than the fashionista at right back. And I think he's better than Cedric. So we could have saved ourselves a few quid by putting him in at right back and not having to go and buy a right back. But it is what it is. It's not just about the club, it's about the player as well sometimes. And if he don't want to play right back, then that's his right. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'd still be playing right back. It's Arsenal Football Club. You're going to downgrade in terms of size of club and history of club by leaving Arsenal. So that's obviously down to him. Wages wise, he's not on a massive amount of money. I say that, but then he's probably still on about 50 grand a week. Is he going to get 50 grand at Southampton? Probably. He'd definitely get it at Leicester. And he might also get that at Burnley as well. So in terms of wages, he ain't going to lose anything by leaving. And he'll be able to play in the position that he wants to play. So just get rid. Just get rid. It's a shame, but listen, we ain't here for romance and all of that. I'm here to win. I want our players to win. I want us to win. So if he ain't happy being here, and he ain't happy being benched, which I wouldn't be, go. Just leave, get the money in, sell him, bish bash bosh, and off you go. Crystal Palace was another club as well. I forgot them. They were interested in him. Crystal Palace obviously is the closest location to North London, but I don't know. The thing is with them is they've obviously got Vieira, so we're going to have our players linked to Crystal Palace quite a lot now because of the Vieira connection. But I don't see Palace wanting him, if I'm honest. I think if you look at their midfield, albeit it's not amazing, they have still got some decent players in midfield. So I think they couldn't probably afford the wages and the fee, whereas Leicester, Southampton, and maybe Burnley, I don't know. Palace always strike me as a club that are a little bit skint and just do stuff cheap. Burnley are not exactly flush. They didn't spend a penny last season, so maybe they've got money to spend this season. I don't know. The thing is with Burnley, I don't expect them to go out and sign 4, 5, 6 players. They will literally sign 1 or 2 and hope for the best. So I can rule Burnley out, I think. Palace I'd rule out. They're pretty much the same. They're not going to go and spend on 7, 6, 5 players. They'll just be doing a couple of signings and that'll be about it. But I don't see Maitland Niles going to Palace. I think if he was going anywhere and I was to put a bet on it, I'd say Southampton. But we shall see. Listen, Arsenal haven't even had a bid accepted yet for him. So we'll see what happens. Look, nobody's actually officially put a bid in. It's just all inquiry stage at the moment. See what happens, innit? I'd love to know what you think about Maitland Niles. Would you keep him at Arsenal? If so, would you play him in midfield, or would you just tell him, listen, sort your life out, you're a right back from now on, you're playing for Arsenal? Or would you bin him? If so, how much do you think he's worth? Leave that in the comment section. And out of the 4 clubs, where do you think he'd go? Like I said, me personally, if I was to put money on it, I'm not a gambler, waste of money. But if I was to put money on it, I would be going with Southampton. So yeah, Ralph Hasenhüttl, decent attacking style of play. I think he'd get in their team more often than he'd get in Leicester's team. He'd get in Palace and Burnley, but does he want to go there? I don't know, and I don't think they can afford him, but it is what it is. Listen, all have a wicked day, whatever you're doing. I'll be back again at 5:30, and then I'll be back again at 10. So keep your eyes peeled for them 2 uploads as well. Big up to everyone who sticks a like on the video, and make sure you're subscribed. Road to 60K is 700 away, so thank you very much, man. It has flown up in the last 7 days. Amazing what happens when the Euros ends, isn't it? All of a sudden, everyone starts watching channels again. So yeah, big up to you lot. And don't forget, subscribe to more League Gunner. And the vlog will be dropping at 8 o'clock tonight. Been looking forward to dropping them, doing them. I'm enjoying it. Loving my life at the moment. It's all good. I'm chilled. I'm relaxed. Especially when I'm not on this channel talking about Arsenal Football Club, because that club stresses me. But whatever it is you're doing, have a blessed day. And I'm out of here. Laters.